Well, Carmen, Carmen gets it done. She
Oh my
doesn't
God.
mess around. She's a lot of people don't know this. She was an interior designer, so she can make you look beautiful. You make your house look beautiful. She owned a construction company. A construction company.
Whoa.
Like, you know what I mean, Tom? She could have built your house quicker than the people that did and saved you a ton of money. But instead, you went with someone else, and then you
I
suffered.
pulled her out of longevity. I
I,
couldn't.
I know. And, you can't talk to the Ariazas without hearing her name, right? Like, it just doesn't happen. I always hear this words in my head from Avelia. She's a leader among leaders. That's what they always say. She says that about her all the time. And, she has 135 stars in her organization. I mean, she's been working, she's been building for a long time. She's fiercely loyal. And although, her and I haven't spent a lot of time together, you don't get to join longevity without hearing about her. And also, by the way, she was the first non-ambassador to qualify for the ambassador pool or for the bonus pool, right? So I mean, really results driven, gets it done.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
Carmen, thanks for joining us. Wonderful, just wonderful.
Okay. You're not
Go ahead,
interested.
Tom.
I'm teeing up the next one to send to you because
Okay. Yep.
this next speaker. And right after that, I think we've got Paul Croto. But this next speaker right now, this Deb Hull, is more one team, one dream. You can't believe the way she knits people back together again. And if you guys know me, I have got a tendency to tell people what my opinion is, and they end up getting mad at me for this or that because I said something completely preposterous. And the one that's always putting things all back together again is not Dan Gibbons, the owner of the Psi Seminar thing that he's got all these big accolades in the world of putting things back together. The person calling on the phone is Deb Hull. And she calls me on the phone and says, guess what? Somebody's having a Zoom and you should probably hop on it and be a participant so you can kind of mend that fence a little bit, Tom, because we got a little bit going on here out there in the world. She is the Dr. Phil, the Oprah Winfrey, the knitter together of all-time woman. I love her. She just doesn't give up. She and I have common ground at a much deeper level around our relatives and our children. I love her. Over to you, Sean Brown. Take it away.
Well, if I would have known Deb in high school, I would have taken her to prom. I mean, she's a lot of fun.
She was three.
Yeah, she's just someone you want to be around. And I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a phone call, and it's Deb Hull on the other line, and she's like, Sean, we gotta get this done. Sean, come on, let's make this happen. She's just a woman of action and always doing stuff, always motivated, always on the phone with people. You do not have the energy and the work ethic she does unless you truly love and care about people. You would collapse. But what keeps her going, much like Corey Gold, is just a love for people. And and Deb is someone that when I see her name on my caller ID, I'm always happy to see it. And she's just someone that is solution driven. She'll never complain just to complain. She wants to get stuff done. And I appreciate that, and always willing to take the hill with someone like her. Deb, what is up?
Whoa, look how beautiful you
Deb,
look.
you joined the call and you looked like you just woke up, and now you're all like gorgeous. How did that happen in the middle of the call? It was like, let's unmute her.
We can't unmute her.
Oh.
Just unmute yourself. There you go. Beautiful.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Wow, what a nice introduction. My heart's just pounding. You can probably see it coming. Thank you so much. And Dr. Corey Gold's on here. You know what? I think I've cried 3 times just knowing that he has showed up to support all of us. I mean, what a trooper. If ever there was a mentor. And all of these mentors on here, I got to admit, I'm like the other ones. I'm really nervous. I mean, there's some big time mentors and players out here, and we're so privileged to have them in our company. One of the things I want to share with you today is something that I put together many years ago for me, And I needed something to be able to pick up that 1,000-pound phone and call people. I could hear all kinds of trainings and classes, but when it came time to take action, I was still afraid. And that's what I heard on this call a lot of times today. You know, people are fearful. That's normal. We all are. We're fearful of hearing no. Well, if you think about it, we've heard no a million trillion times already. You know, no, 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 no. And look, we're all on this call today. So no didn't kill any of us. So what I'm going to share with you today is now a habit. I used to call it my cheat sheet, but now it's up here. But fortunately, I made a cheat sheet for all of you. I didn't make it. Joni Hoffman from North Dakota did it for me, and what a fantastic job. You can ask Marianne or Pamela for it afterwards. But 3 things that I really want you to take away from this training today that'll help you get rid of that fear and get into action is why preparation is so important for your business. You have to prepare before you pick up that phone and talk to anybody or go anywhere. You got to sit down and prepare. And so I'm going to show you a couple ways to do that. You have to build confidence. I want to build confidence in each of you so that you reduce that fear and that you have the confidence and the posture to know what to say and how to say it and not to say too much. So many times I hear people just throwing up on people. They want to tell all about everything. How in the world could you explain everything about a future billion-dollar company, you know, in one conversation? And people get off the phone and they go, oh my God, I could never do that. I mean, how did she know all that? How did he know all that? So you want to keep it simple and short, you know, and you know, with preparation and confidence, it must lead to action. So that's the 3rd thing, you know, lead to action. If you don't put action into it, it's just information, you know, and you don't get anything from it. So preparation plus confidence plus action equals core results. And this is my cheat sheet that Pam put up there already. And now I just do it on pieces of paper. You know, I can write it all up because I already know programmed what I want to say. And before I pick up that 1,000-pound phone, you know what? I'm prepared. I know what happens. And guess what? When you make it through that first call, you might flub around a little bit. Then you make the second call and the same thing. But by the 3rd call, you are confident, you are strong. You find out that you hung up that phone, whether they're open or not open, and you've succeeded. You have accomplished something and you feel good. And then before you know it, you'll go through 3 calls. So I really recommend that if you use this sheet that you fill out a couple, because once you start getting on that roll, it's like so inspiring, you know. So to start, if everybody would just write down, grab a piece of paper, and we're going to do this real quick because we only have 18 minutes, but just write down about a bunch of characteristics that you would like to have in somebody that works with you. You know, now remember, it's not skills, characteristics versus skills. Skills, we're looking for people who have a desire. We can teach everybody the skills that's needed and the tools. We have all that. So write down a bunch of characteristics. Examples would be energetic, dependable, charismatic, love people, get the job done, honest, fun, you know, coachable, reliable. You know, you could write some of them in the lines there as you think of them, but those are just a few examples. So go ahead and write down a couple characteristics as quickly as you can on your paper. And then next, I want you to think of 3 people. I mean, think real quick as you think about them, that you would love to work for. Now, you can't cheat and write down anybody that's already in the business. I mean, I know there's a ton of leaders on here that I'd love to be in my business, and they are, but they're my mentors or they're my coworkers that I can reach out to and talk to them. So right away, write down 3 people's names. You know, you don't even have to write their last names because they're yours. They're your people. Okay, so now next to their names, write a couple characteristics that you like about them. Right next to their name, just write the characteristics and why you chose them. Okay, so next to those, you will want to write next to them or underneath them, why would they want longevity? Why would they need some extra cash? Do they want a new car? Is their daughter getting married? Graduation? Spend more time with grandkids, a new boat. That's my husband over there, a new boat, new family, vacations, travel, whatever you can think of, new home, whatever it might be that they would need extra cash for, extra food, whatever you think of, write that down. I hope you all see where this is going. This is the preparation. This is the part one. One thing I want to share with you, the definition of luck. Luck is where opportunity meets preparation. Preparation is so key to turning possibilities into reality. Keep that in mind, guys. Now, let's talk about a few things about longevity. I think that sometimes when negativity comes in or fear comes in, or you have somebody talking bad about, the company, it's so easy to focus on the negative thing instead of all the, positive things that we have. Think about it. We have Dr. Wallach. Is there anybody better than Dr. Wallach in the world? I mean, he's a life changer and he's available to you and me. And his heart is his passion, that lives inside of each of us. Each of us have that passion, but he's got the brains that go behind it too. We got Steve and Michelle. I mean, we have owners of a company that roll up their sleeves and they go to work with us. They're not like other company owners that are out, doing nothing or panicking or don't care about their people. I mean, Steve and Michelle are here for us all the time. Good times, bad times, they roll up their sleeves, they go to work. We have a whole staff behind the scenes. I mean, they've got the customer service, they've got the shipping department, they've got everything prepared for us. We don't have to worry about any of that stuff. That is what I love. We have a business that can take us as high as we want to go, and we don't have to worry about all that stuff that goes on in the background. They got the whole stuff. Then you got Alex, Sean, Annalise. I mean, talk about amazing contests, exciting prizes. Oh my gosh, I get so excited no matter, even if I don't know who wins, I get so excited. I'm like their biggest cheerleader here. It is so exciting to know that we have a company that offers people happiness, that can reward them, that just for doing their business. This is our business. They don't have to do that. Many companies don't do anything like that. Look at the drawing that just went on today. What a surprise. I didn't know that. I couldn't get to my keyboard quick enough to write in there. Absolutely. Then you've got the ambassadors. You got the ambassadors that are on this call today. They could all be doing other things and all the 5 stars. The mentors of mentors. To me, that's our free college education, guys. We're not paying thousands of dollars. We don't have student loans. We have great leaders. I mean, oh my gosh, everybody that went on already, I got so pumped. I got so many notes everywhere that I'm going to have to piece them all together. But Tom said that this is going to be on 65 and a wake-up call, so I won't have to worry about that. We don't have to pay back a student loan. We just need to take action and learn and earn as we learn. All the Zooms, the Facebooks, I mean, there's so many ways. I have never called a person, whether they're crossline, upline, downline, corporate, that has not answered the phone and that has not been there with a abundance mentality to work for each of us. Look at the Be the Change Foundation. I am a giver. I love to give. I love to participate in all that Sunshine does. You got Dave Frisky taking care of our hemp and our fabulous coffee, which I just had Energy 62, and I am like really going. And I love, that our checks are never, ever late. We have incentives. We have sales specials. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I love the camaraderie. I love all of you on here. I love that we have forever friends created from all of this. So, as I talk to other leaders from other companies, and I do sometimes, they have nothing on us. So, as I always tell my team, posture up, shoulders back, chest out, be proud, be bold, and go and share what we have. So as you know, now we are already, what did I just do? I just helped you with confidence, right? So we covered preparation, we covered confidence. You know, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take action. And so I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible. I created that cheat sheet for you. Thank you, Joni, for typing that all up because mine looked nothing like that. And after a while, when you have a habit, you can just use a blank piece of paper and you'll know exactly what you have to do. You know, and it's right, Jill Roach, it's now o'clock to take action, no doubt about it. So one of the things that I do want to share with all of you is, you know, we practice on your teddy bears, practice in a mirror, practice whatever you have to do, but nobody's perfect, but the person on the other end of the phone don't know that. They're only going to know what you share with them. So now the next thing to do, and you could put up that screen, a little bit of what the cheat sheet looks like. We've got it all written out for you, you know, and I would recommend that if you print this off, that you make a couple of them, because once you pick up that phone and you get through the first call or the second call, it's a piece of cake. Don't think every one of us leaders on this phone didn't feel what you're feeling at one time, that we weren't afraid. When we got off these calls, I mean, gosh, the education that we get, but it's nothing if you don't take action to it. So what I wanted to do is I just want to go over like a little cheat sheet of what I said, not that one, the other one. Sorry. Anyway, so here's a blank paper for you, but the main objective that I want to share with you is say, hi, Mark, it's Deb Hull. Yes, I pick up the phone first. I look over my cheat sheet. I know exactly different things that I like about this person and exactly what they need this business for. And then I go for it, you know, and remember, this is your first call. You don't got to talk a whole lot. You're just going to see if they're open enough to know, you know, that this is something that they want to look at. So, you know, for instance, I would pick up and say, hey, Mark, it's Deb. How are you? You know, I've been thinking about you so much lately, but I swear things have been moving so fast, I haven't been able to call you. And besides that, I know that you work all day. So by the time it gets to evening time, you know, I just haven't got to it. But you have been on my mind so much. So today's the day that I thought, no matter what, I'm going to call you, Mark. You know, so what? You're not working now? You're kidding me. You know, oh, that pandemic. You know what? It seems to be hitting everywhere. What happened, Mark? You know, thank God it didn't hit my business. Is your family okay? Everybody okay? Great. Now I went through that in maybe three seconds, 3 minutes, guys, right? You know, and then I might say, well, you know, Mark, funny that I called you today because, you know, I'm in longevity and I am growing like crazy. And they offer us free coaching. And in one of my classes, or if I might say, and I have a mentor or I have a personal coach, and what they asked me to do was to write down three people that I would love to work with or be in business with. And guess what? You're on my top 3. And that's why I called you today. You know, and remember, guys, that every page has 3 people on it. So you're not lying. They're on that page of 3 people. So when you get through your first 3, then you can go to the second 3 and say the same thing, you know, because you're complimenting people. You don't want to say things that aren't true. They know, people know when you're just BSing them. I mean, let's face it, we all do. So you want to compliment them sincerely, you know, and say something like, well, you know, Mark, funny that I called you today because I'm in longevity and it's growing like crazy. And they are, you know, you go through the free coaching and then say, I would love to work with you because you are in my, you know, top 3. I thought about how you light up a room when you walk in. You know, your charismatic personality and smile, it just brings a smile to everyone else's face. Everyone loves you, you know, and you never have a problem fitting in any circle of people, probably because you love people and so do I. That's why I love what I do, and I wanted to share it with you. And, you know, while I was thinking of you today, I had no idea that you weren't working, that this has affected your job. I was actually calling you because I knew Leah was going to be getting married soon, and I thought maybe you could use some extra income for that wedding. Now that you tell me that you're not working, I know that you could use some extra income for that too, to continue to live in the lifestyle you're accustomed to. And you're listening to them talk a little bit, but you don't want to go long. And then what you're going to say is, gosh, Mark, I'm sorry, I only have a few more minutes. I've got a call that I've got to be on in 10 minutes. So now I just told Mark that I'm not going to be talking to him for an hour or a whole half an hour. I'm just mainly seeing if he's open to what I have. And then I'll ask him, are you open to hear a little about what this is all about? I'd love to send you some information as soon as we're done. This could be a real blessing for you. So then what I do is I send some additional information, but I'm writing down, what he's saying or what I'm thinking. And I just ask him, what, I just want to ask you a few questions if that's okay. That way you can get an inside glimpse, just a little inside glimpse of how big this really is and why I'm so excited. And then, here's our little cheat sheet again. And, I just go and ask, where's your interest at, you and your family? Are you into nutrition? A lot of times you might already know they are, but, you can just spa and beauty. You've got 2 daughters and a wife. I know that, they're into all sorts of things, and we have mineral makeup, we have nails, we have, they're into the keto. Oh gosh, do we have a wonderful coaching system. I've had phenomenal results, and so many of my team are just flying with it. So I'm going to write that down. Essential oils. We have the best safe, toxic-free cleaners. We have services. How about this? We now offer healthcare. I mean, my gosh, does it get any better than that? And so, meanwhile, I know I'm going real quick now. And then you just want to follow up what tools you send. When you're done with the conversation, I'm going to send you some information via text or email. You write down on this sheet the follow-up time, because it's so important that you follow up correctly. Put a time for a 3-way call if you want to get on there and what they're interested in or what they're open to. Maybe when you call them back, you have that person on the phone that can relate to them. And then you just go ahead and finish filling out the form. If they enrolled, are they a distributor, all that self-explanatory. But like somebody said on the call earlier too, I think it was Louise, you know what, how many times do we get packages in the mail and we never open them? So don't stop after the sale, guys. You need to call them and ask them and make sure, hey, listen, this is just a quick call to have you open your product, see how you like it, understand how, to take it. And then also ask them if they're not interested and they say, no, that's okay, fine. Who do you know that is? Who do you know that need extra income? Who do you know that needs, health or healthcare? And so in closing, I know that God, this time goes so fast, I can't even keep up. In closing, I just want to say, you're prepared. You've got the confidence. You got action. Pick up that phone, take the action, and you will get core results. And I want to share an example that just happened 2 days ago, before I even was sure what I was going to train on today. Scott Perdulis did a call for me, and he did exactly all of this. You know what? We prepared for the call. I explained to him, the likes, the dislikes, some information about this person he was going to call. They're already in the business. They just needed that extra up that I just couldn't get over the line with, but he could. And so he called them. He built confidence in them, showed them how easy and simple that this business could be, so he prepared, built confidence in this person. And then he didn't stop there. He took action. He had that person call somebody right away. I mean, right there, so that they didn't have time to talk themselves out of it or be fearful. He said, put me on the phone with somebody right now. Well, guess what? It shocked this person, but he immediately did it. He listened to, the guidance of Scott, got this gentleman on the phone with him. And guess what? The gentleman signed up into the company. He also purchased the healthcare that we have. And he is so excited, single father, and, has a reason to get going. You know, I mean, and needless to say that this person that he did all this for was really, really um, psyched. I mean, they did another call already yesterday with the new person. So preparation plus confidence plus action equals core results. I love you all. I hope this happened. We have, thank you again, Joni and Donna for printing these off. My printer went bad yesterday and everything that could happen. But also, you know, there's not a lot of room on this side. So if you have special notes, just turn it over to the back side, and write one, you know, extra notes for, you know, prospect one, extra notes for prospect two, and then go into your contact mapping and immediately put it in. If you use something else, that's okay. But whatever it is, take good notes so that when you call them back, you're prepared. So thank you all. I hope that this was a big help to everybody. Love you. Bye.
You are fantastic. Thank you so much.
Woo.